Hello Year 4, how are you and welcome to Maths Today. Today we're going to have a similar lesson to yesterday with some little differences, and we're going to be looking at fractions of a set of objects again. You have your daily fluency questions here. Can you please pause the video and spend 4 minutes, write down the answers on your piece of paper please. Off you go. Question number 1, subtract 8/11ths from 10/11ths. Well, we could find the difference and see that there are 2/11ths between them. Number 2, what fraction of the shape is shaded? We can see there are 5 altogether and there are 3/5 that are shaded. Number 3, find the sum of 409 and 3,930. We are adding them together. You can use column addition to help you. 6,339. Finally, calculating 1/8 of 32. You know that you need your bar model split into 8. You could use place value counters to help you, and the answer would be 4. Well done if you got those right. Let's have a look at some warm-up questions to help you with your learning today. So again, can you pause the video, have a go at working through these on your worksheet, please. Pause the video now, have a go. Okay, how did you do? 12 divided by 3 is 4. 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. 12 divided by 6 is 2. And 2 multiplied by 5 is 10. To work out 84 divided by 6, you could use the part-whole model, knowing that 84 is your whole number. We are looking for a multiple of 10 that's divided by 6. So that could be 60, and then what's remaining is 24. So you could divide both of these by 4 because 60 divided by 6 is 10. 24 divided by 6 is 4. So 84 divided by 6 is 14. 14 multiplied by 5. We could partition the number 14 in two ways. You could partition it into 10 and 4. 10 multiplied by 5 is 50. 4 multiplied by 5 is 10. Add them together gives you 70. Or what you could do is do 14 multiplied by 10, giving you 140. Knowing that 5 is half of 10, you need to divide 140 by 2, which should be 70. So you could have done it in either of those ways. And finally then, 2/3 is represented to this bar. 3/4 is represented to the final bar. 3/8 is this one, and 5/6 is this one. Well done if you got all those correct too. Let's have a look at some more questions then now. Eva is back with her toy cars, but this time 3/4 of them are red. We want to know how many red cars are there. So like yesterday, we're going to lay out our 12 toy cars, and we're going to still look at our denominator to know how many groups we're going to need, because we're going to need 4 groups. Now before we even think of the numerator, because it's slightly different to yesterday, we're going to split our 12 toy cars, or our 12 counters, into 4 groups. Now yesterday we were looking at 1/4, 1/6, 1/5, 1/2. But this time we have 3/4. So this time we're looking for 3 of our 4 quarters. And we can see we're looking at 3 groups, 3, 6, 9. So there are 9 red cars, which is equivalent to 3/4 in this example. I would like you to have a go at this example here. So Mo has also got 12 toy cars, but 2/3 of the cars are blue. How many blue cars are there? Pause the video, have a think, have a go. How did you get on? So this time we know we've still got 12 toy cars, and we can represent them using our 12 counters. This time though, we don't have 4 groups. How many groups will we have? Will we have 2 groups? No, we won't, will we? We will have 3 groups because our denominator tells us how many groups we have. So we have our 3 groups, and we can split our counters equally in those 3 groups. We can see that in 1/3 there is 4, but we are looking for 2/3. Now what we've just done there is we've just worked out 12 divided by 3 gives us 4. And what we need to know now is how many are in 2/3. And we can see that 2/3 there are 8. 2/3 is the same as 4 multiplied by 2. That gives us 8. So there are 8 blue cars. So to work out how to work out 2/3, you divide 12 by 3 and then times the answer by 2 because we're working out 2/3. But that's a little bit confusing. Let's stick to our normal method. Now, this time Jack has 12 sweets. He eats 5/6 of his sweets. How many sweets did Jack eat? So he has 12 sweets. That is our whole number. That's our starting number. We can identify that showing our counters again. That's probably the easiest way to do it, showing it via counters. This time, we're going to look back at the bar model to work out how many parts are in our bar. How many parts are going to be in this bar? That's right, there's going to be 6 parts, because if you remember, when we do have a bar to show a fraction, we split the bar according to the denominator, which is what we do here. So we've got a bar of 6, and we know the whole of the bar is worth 12 sweets. So what we can do is split our counters by 12, so we can see that we have got 2 counters in each part, and we can change this into the digit format, which would be 2 in each of them. And we can see this because 2, add 2, add 2, add 2, add 2, add 2, or 2 multiplied by 6 gives us 12. What we've also done there is 12 divided by 6 equals 2. 12 divided by our denominator 6 equals 2. Now we are looking at 5/6. Now in the same way that we have our fraction, we can shade in 5 of our 6. And then we can count how many there are. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that is the same as 2 multiplied by 5, giving us 10. So Jack ate 10 sweets. But now we want to know, how many sweets does Jack have left? And what fraction are left? Can you pause the video and have a think? Okay, so we can see if he eats 10 and he has 12 altogether, then he has, look, 2 remaining. And how many sixths is this? We can see that this is 1/6, because we've already used 5/6 from Jack. Can you have a go at questions 1 to 3 on the worksheet, please? Pause the video here and have a go. Okay, let's look at some more problem solving questions. We're going to do the first one together and then it's going to be your turn. So, there are 80 children in the hall. 3/8 of the children are girls. How many girls are there? Well, we know that we have 80 children altogether. Are we going to use our counters to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 80? No, we're not, are we? We could use base 10, or we could use place value counters. We're going to use base 10. How many 10s would we have? That's right, we'd have 8 10s, wouldn't we? And how many 1s would we have? None. So we'd have 8 10s representing 80. How many parts to my bar am I going to have this time? I'm going to have 8, aren't I? Because 8 is my denominator. I have got 3 8s, so I'm going to have 8 parts. And then what's the whole of my bar model worth? 80, super. Now I can split my 8 10s into 8 parts of my bar like this. And I can see that in each of my bars I have 1 10, which is the same as 10. So if 1/8 is worth 10, then all of my 8s are worth 10. Because if we add all of these 10s together, we get 80. And that's the same as 80 divided by 8, giving us 10. Now, how many parts, how many 8s are we looking for year 4? That's right, we're looking for 3 8s, and we can colour them in there. And we can see that 3 8s is the same as 10 multiplied by 3, which is 30. So there are 30 girls. Can you have a go at this question now? There are 84 people at a concert. 5/6 of the people are adults. How many adults are there? Pause the video, write your answer down and use the bar model and some place value counters to help you. How did you get on? So let's use place value counters to help us. We know there are 84 people at this concert. We can represent this by how many 10s? That's right, 8 10s, and how many 1s? 4 1s. Super. Got my 8 10s and 4 1s. How many parts to my bar model am I going to have this time? Absolutely, I'm going to have 6 parts to my bar model because my denominator is 6. Because I am answering, I'm finding 5/6. Now I can start by thinking, well, my whole number is 84, and then I can use my 10s to put 1 10 in each of the parts. And I'm left with 2 10s. Am I going to use these 2 10s and put 1 10 in each of the boxes? No, I'm not, am I? What am I going to do? That's right, I'm going to exchange my 2 10s for 20 1s. And I now have 24 1s that I am going to split between 6 boxes. Does 6 go into 24? That's right. How many times does it go into 24? 6, 12, 18, 24, 4. So I will have 4 ones in each box, just like yesterday. And I can see that I've got 1 10 and 4 ones in each box, which is the same as 14. So each of my parts is 14. Now I'm finding 5/6 of the people. How many parts am I going to shade in? Absolutely 5. So I can see I'm going to shade in 5. And this is the same as 84 divided by 6 gives us 14. 14 multiplied by 5 gives us 70. So there are 70 adults. Can you have a go at questions 4 and 5 on the worksheet, please? Pause the video here and have a go. Okay, the final question today then. This one is a bit like yesterday. So if you couldn't do yesterday's, but then you watched how I modelled it, can you have a go at answering this question now, thinking about how we did it yesterday? 2/3 of something is 24. Pause the video and have a think and have a go. Off you go. Okay, how did you do? We know again that we are looking for 3, well, we are splitting our bar into 3 parts because that is our denominator. Now we know that we are looking for 2/3 of this number. So 2/3 would be how many parts? That's right, it would be 2 parts. And I can shade this in to help me and to remind me when it comes to it. Now I know that I have a whole amount, but I don't know what that is yet. So I can write that, but I can put a question mark on it because I'm not quite sure what it is yet. But I do know that 2 of my parts is 24. So what I can do is I can recognise that if 2 of these parts are 24, what is 1 part going to be? What is my sum going to be to work out 1 part? It's going to be 24 divided by 2. What's 24 divided by 2? We can think, well, how many times does 2 go into 20? 10. How many times does 2 go into 4? 2. So that means 24 divided by 2 is 12. 1/3 is 12, which means all of my thirds are 12. Then I could either add 12, add 12, add 12 to give me my full answer, or I could do 12 multiplied by 3. Super job. 12 multiplied by 3. Can you work that out? Well done. If 10 multiplied by 3 is 30, 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, 30 add 6 is 36. And you can use your 12 or your 3 times table to help you. So that means 2/3 of 36 is 24. Super job. Can you have a go at the rest of the questions on the worksheet, please? Pause the video, off you go. Okay, your final task today then. Bit like yesterday, you've got a step-by-step problem-solving question. So Ron starts with £28. He spends 1/4 of his money. Write down how many he's got left. Then he spends 2/3 of this money and gave £2 to his sister. Write down how much money he's got left. Then he spends 1/5 of his remaining money. Write down how much he has left. It's all about that step-by-step. Do one step on Friday. How much did he spend? How much did he have left? On Saturday, how much did he spend? How much did he have left? And then it says, how much money does he have left? But also, what fraction of his original amount is that? I wonder if you can work that out. And then your second question, unfortunately, is not optional today. I would like you to have a go at this. This is 3/4 of a set of bean bags. How many were in a whole set? So if this is 3/4, you need to work out what 1/4 is. Then you need to add it to the 3/4, don't you? And then you'll find out. Okay, so that is your final task for today. Super listening here for. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye.